This exercise is the push-up. The push-up is a great exercise, not only for the upper extremity, but for the core. It really engages the stabilizing muscles through the trunk. So it's a good all-around exercise. I'm going to show you in two different positions. The first one's going to be a little elevated, and the next one's going to be all the way down on the floor. Now, for a push-up, you want to think about several things in terms of your form. Number one is you want to go ahead and do a nice abdominal brace or contraction in your stomach. You want to make sure that your body is in a straight line, as straight as possible. You want to pull your shoulder blades down and back. You engage your lats and your low traps. And when you come down, you want to make sure that your head is up a little bit, that you're not curled down. Also squeezing the floor or the bench, the first one's going to be a bench. You're going to get a little bit more power going through your arms when you, for the coming up, the push-up movement. Breathe. You're going to inhale when you go down, or you're going to exhale when you come up. And you don't want to go past, you don't want to go too much farther than 90 degrees in your shoulders or in your elbows in this position. You don't want to go way deep at all. So let me show you the first one on the bench here, and keep in mind all of those points. My hands are right outside my shoulders. I want to bring my body down into a straight line. My stomach's tight, shoulder blades back, down, squeezing the bench. Inhale. Exhale. And then on the floor, it looks like this. Same position with your, keeping your body straight. Shoulder blades pulled back and down. Up and down. That's a push-up. Great exercise. This exercise is called half kneeling curl and press. This is one of the exercises that is a combination of two different movements. We're working the arms as well as the shoulders. So it's a curl as well as a press up overhead. It's in a half kneeling position because that also integrates the trunk and the core for stability. It's a great combination exercise. So what you want to do is get a couple dumbbells. You want to get in a half kneeling position, which is one knee up, one knee back. If this is difficult, if you feel like you're wavering too much, you're losing your balance, just bring this foot out. Gives you a wider base of support. More difficult if it's straight in. Grab your dumbbells. You stay as tall as possible through the spine. Your head sticking up towards the ceiling. You do bicep curls, rotate, and press overhead. You come back, rotate, and come down. Again, there's that movement through the arm, kind of a corkscrew movement. So it's bicep curls and press. Of course, you want to switch and do the other side. Curl, press. Great combination exercise for the upper body. This exercise is a bilateral rowing. It's the rowing motion is the pulling that I mentioned earlier. What you want to do is get a cable column machine with two arms where you can pull back. You can also, if you're at home, you can use get some tubing. There's tubing you can get with handles on the end of them that work really good. The strap handles and a foam handle. You just place that up in a door, up high or low, however you want to do it. It works really great. With the rowing, what you want to do, grab a hold of both hands. You come back so that your arms are comfortably out in front of you. You've got a good base of support with your knees bent, so you don't have to lean way back. You start with your palms down, and you pull, and your palms end up facing upward. So it's kind of like a corkscrew movement through your arms. But you want to pull down with your shoulder blades. So squeeze them together and down. You don't want to come up in this manner at all, but it's down and back. You're just rowing both arms together. It's a great pulling exercise for the mid-back. That's the bilateral rowing. This exercise is the bilateral punching. It's a pushing movement. You can use a cable column, or you could use some tubing at home if you like. What you want to do is stand with your back to the weight machine, grab both handles, and you step out in a staggered position. You start to your side, and you punch forward and back. Forward and back. You want to keep a good base of support. Your trunk is tight. You can do an abdominal brace. You don't want the machine to pull you back into extension, so you want to keep a nice angle here with your trunk as you're pushing forward and coming back. That's a bilateral punching exercise.